session is by Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad bin Ismail. Okay. And don't forget to register to get the e-certificate. All right. A brief introduction about our speaker, Dr. Nurul Syafiqah. Dr. Nurul Syafiqah is a UMT alumni, which is she doing PhD and master at UMT according to the Scopus. She produced about 29 documents from 2014 until this year, 2021. So with all due respect, we welcome Dr. Nurul Syafiqah to conduct the first session in this morning. Okay, Doctor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to all the participants, and thank you to the moderator and all the panel. And first of all, is it my voice clear or not?
Yes, Doctor.
Clear?
Your
Okay.
voice is clear. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is my voice clear? Okay. So I'm Dr. Nurul Syafiqah. Okay, call me Dr. Syafiqah. I am from lecturer from Fakulty Teknologi Kejuruteraan Kelautan FTKKI, and my field in hydrogen storage in advanced material, and I'm also an product of UNT, alumni of UNT, and actually I'm from degree from UNT, degree until PhD, and now I'm lecturer at FTKKI. Okay, without taking a long time, I would like to share about our topic today, tips and tricks for, apa tajuk saya tadi? Tips and tricks for manuscript writing. But before that, I would like to share my slide first. Can you give me a permission to share my content? Host? Host. Saya nak share content, boleh bagi permission ke? Syukri?
Sekejap, Doctor.
Syukri?
Ya.
Okay.
Sekejap. Sekejap, saya. Sekejap, Doctor.
Okay. I will see.
Ada
Okay.
sedikit.
Okay. So, technical. Okay, tak apa. Okay. Actually, I just want to share a little bit experience along my journey je. Okay. Sebab saya pun baru lagi grad PhD.
Doktor dah buat share, Doktor?
Belum. Share content button saya dia tak aktif.
Make present.
Saya masuk sebagai attendee je. Boleh? Boleh share content. Boleh. Dia tak aktif dia. Okay, sekejap. Dah. Sekejap Okay, dah aktif dah. Share. Nampak ke saya punya slide? Okay, nampak kan clear? Okay.
Clear.
Okay. So, this is my simple slide today, sharing some of my experience along my journey. Saya pun taklah banyak sangat experience, just a little bit experience. I would like to share to all the postgraduate students in UNT, and if there's other outside from other university, maybe you can take some tips and tricks from my experience. Experience yang lain sedikit. Experience daripada saya lah. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here we have our group in UMT, Energy Storage Research Group under FTKKI. Okay, so This is my topic today. Don't make it right, make it written. So focus on publication, not only on the paper, journal paper, but also in your thesis. So don't make it right, make it written, because there is nothing perfect, there is always defect. Okay, that's the first start. So, maksudnya, don't afraid to start writing. Jangan tunggu nak betul baru nak tulis. So as long as you just start je dulu. Kalau salah ke apa, tulis je dulu. Okay, so this is our topic today. Okay, so there is some question that always mingle, apa tu kot main di fikiran student kan. Why should I write? What should I write? When should I write? How should I write? And where should I submit? So this is in terms of untuk publication writing semua. So this is some question that we always ask ourselves, kenapa nak perlu tulis ni? Kenapa nak tulis paper? Kenapa perlu tulis thesis semua? Okay, so since we are postgraduate student, so this our responsibility, right? Because why should you write? Okay, this is some of the reason why you should write. So because you want to contribute to the body of knowledge. So if you don't write about your result, about your finding, how can people know about your research, right? And if you don't write, your work will be reviewed by the expert in your field. Means here, if you just write but you don't submit in any journal or whatever journal ataupun proceeding ke, in conference, whatever, so there's no one can review your work. So because they are expert in your field, it can review your work and it can improve the quality of your work when you submit to the journal. And it also can increase the understanding in your field. So you can know that where is the gap in your field, what is the gap that doesn't fulfill yet. So which part you can improve, and also it can help you in your viva. Once you punya paper or you punya paper dah publish, so it means that your result tu dah macam dah review by your expert, so you akan dapat a strong, macam lagi kukuh lah you punya result tu untuk you masuk viva. Bukan bermaksud you boleh macam okay dah masuk viva tak ada apa-apa walaupun dah ada paper 5-6 pun, but tak semestinya you dah selesa, but ia boleh help you in your viva actually, because you dah yakin you punya result tu dah di review oleh expert in your field. So maybe there's no a lot of mistake lah, maybe some of the minor mistake je yang you kena improve. Okay, and also it can be one of the added value during your job searching in academic field. Okay, this is based on my experience, because when I have finished all my PhD and I want to search for a job, I email all my resume and all my certificate and list of my publication during my master and PhD. And so actually in the academic field, so if you hantar dekat mana-mana journal, mana-mana university, because this is one of the added value. If you have a paper, if the university tu, kalau research university, is one of the important criteria lah untuk dia pilih. Sebab dia tengok juga, terutama kalau universiti-universiti yang research ni. So this is a reason why should you write. Maybe there's a lot of reason other than that untuk you correct lah, because the university punya syarat you kena publish at least 2 for PhD candidate, right? And for master at least 1. So that's why you should write. Okay, this one a few reasons lah why should you write. Okay, another that this is before you write, so you must know that the reason why should you write. Baru you ada macam feel nak writing tu. Okay, next. What should you write? Okay, dah tahu kenapa perlu tulis. Nak tulis apa pula ni? What should you write? Okay, there's a few things you can write. Okay, actually, there's a few things. You can write journal paper, review paper. If you don't have a a result yet, you can write review paper. So you can review all the other people punya work and you can write review paper. You can write book chapter, proceeding, all your system, your thesis, one system, one paper. Okay, this is if you have finished all your thesis and you want to extract a few results in your thesis to write a paper, or there is another type of cara yang daripada paper tu maybe you write your paper by system, your thesis by system. One system or one research tu you boleh publish satu paper yang stand alone. So you boleh write it. One paper, one system di dalam thesis you tu. Okay. So you boleh extract daripada thesis tu untuk publish paper. Ataupun you tulis dulu paper, daripada paper tu you combine jadi thesis. Macam based on my experience, my thesis is based on my paper. Okay, because UMT there is no thesis by publication. Kalau macam thesis by publication, we can just combine all the paper and submit as a thesis. But in UMT, we need to submit a normal thesis, thesis yang biasa lah. Maksudnya thesis yang we must have introduction, we must have the literature review punya part, method, semua result. So my thesis is based by paper publication. So I show you one of the flow of my thesis based on my paper. Okay. Okay, for example here, I just show the table of content here. Okay, so actually this is by publication. If you can see here, from the result punya part, I have a lot of chapter, means here, for every chapter I have a few paper. For example, in chapter 4, this is one paper. One system, one paper. So this is based on paper by publication. So when I have published the system, I will insert all the result into my thesis and I will arrange according to the system. So if you punya thesis tu just a normal thesis, maybe you have one chapter for result and discussion, or you have one chapter for result, one chapter for discussion. Maybe there is different way to write your thesis. So if you have you punya thesis ni based macam saya ni, you can write by thesis by publication. But you need all this normative introduction, literature review, methodology, all this part you still need to put inside your paper, inside your thesis. And this is the paper actually. For every subtopic yang besar ni, big subtopic is one paper for my thesis. So I have around, for chapter 4, I have around 3 paper here. Chapter 5, okay, chapter 6, and chapter 7. So this based on paper punya thesis. Okay, so if you punya research, because everyone has their different field, different research, right? So if you can write like this, you can follow my way lah, tulis thesis by paper. If don't, you can write it as a normal thesis. Okay, that's for writing punya. This focus on thesis lah. So because saya punya thesis memang based on paper, I will write first system, one paper about the paper, and then I will masukkan dalam saya punya thesis after I finish one system. Okay, like that. Okay, next. When should you write? Okay, bila dah tahu nak tulis apa ni, bila pula nak menulisnya? When should you write? After you have know that what you want to write. Okay, for now you want to write journal paper. You have a result, so you want to focus to write a journal paper right now. So when should you write first? Okay, before we need to start writing, we need to find the most effective and highest focus time. Means here we must choose the most effective time to writing and highest focus time. Because everyone has their own time to write. Maybe we have different punya style, right? Maybe you like to write in morning. Other people like to write at the midnight. So depends on you. So macam saya, for me, I love to write during my at lab. So before that, you must find the suitable place. Okay, anytime, anywhere, and write every day. So means here, first cari tempat yang paling sesuai untuk you tulis lah. Suitable place. Kalau somebody like to write in a very quiet place and other people like to write in maybe not so quiet because maybe kalau terlampau senyap easy to feel senang mengantuk kan semua. So macam saya punya experience ataupun saya punya based on my experience, saya punya waktu, I have my own time because I will go to the lab every day from 9 to 5 just like people yang kerja lah. So saya punya most effective high focus time ataupun tempat yang saya suka menulis adalah di dalam lab. Di lab saya lah, maksudnya saya ada tempat yang kita punya station sendiri untuk kita writing. So I will sit dekat situ and pilihlah waktu yang saya rasa, sebab saya akan buat macam tu, 2 kerja dalam satu masa. Contoh, sambil buat lab, sambil tulis. Contoh kita dah pergi run sampel, so there is a few time yang kita perlu tunggu untuk dapatkan result. So masa tu kita boleh writing. Tu in time lah, maksudnya 2 dalam 1 lah. So kalau you punya research ni based on macam tak perlu pun masuk lab, maybe depan laptop je, maybe in front of computer, you maybe play on modeling, just play with the software, you need to find a quiet place. So it depends on you. So everyone has their own highest and focus time. So kita tak boleh katalah sama. So tak boleh nak tiru lah. Everyone has their own focus time kan. So cuma you kena carilah bila you punya most effective and highest focus time tu, and then tempat very important juga. The place for you to write is very important juga. And then you punya surrounding is also very important because if you surrounded with a very kalau you punya colleague yang ramai, maybe kalau macam dalam lab ke apa, maybe they can push you to write. Sebab kadang-kadang if we are alone, kita akan rasa easy to macam senang nak down kan. So bila you ada colleague ataupun friend, teammate in your field ataupun dalam you punya lab tu, you punya spirit tu lagi tinggi lah untuk you punya writing tu. Okay. And then don't count the days, make the days count. So every day lah, write every day. At least kalau macam you tak tahu nak tulis apa pun, at least you buka juga you punya, just open your manuscript and find which part you can write. For example, okay, today I want to write methodology punya part, or I want to complete in result and discussion punya figure ke apa. Okay, at least you tengok hari-hari so supaya you can keep your motivation to write. Okay, that's when should you write. Before we go further in how to write. Okay. Okay, now how should you write? Okay, macam mana nak menulis ni? Okay, for me, before you start to write, you need to learn a few basic tools before you start writing. Just like kita nak pergi berperang, kita kena ada peluru, kita ada senapang, right? So, before you start writing, you need a few basic tools before you start writing. Okay, for me, there is a few basic tools. Maybe there is a lot for another tools, but this is a basic tool. For me, it's very important for the master of PhD student to need lah perlu ada at least lah yang basic ni you kena tahu dahulu. For example, first one is the reference manager. What is reference manager? Is EndNote, Mendeley ni untuk you punya writing, you punya reference. Because when you want to write your thesis, when you want to write your paper, there's a lot of reference, right? So, and every journal have their own style of how to write the reference. So, takkan you nak write it manually one by one. So, if you have around 50, 60 reference for every paper, okay, jenuh lah, penat lah kan, tired lah kan nak buat manually. So, you need to learn a reference manager first. So, yang famous biasa Mendeley ni free. So, Mendeley ni macam yang saya tengah guna sekarang. Okay, this Mendeley actually yang saya tengah buka ni. Okay, so you can download it and learn how to use it. And for me, I use both of them. I use Mendeley and EndNote, but for EndNote, I use reference For EndNote, I use as a reference manager, but for Mendeley, I use as my library. So for Mendeley ni maksudnya saya guna sebagai saya punya library to store all the PDF that I have download. Because kadang-kadang kita download banyak-banyak, tapi tak tahu nak buka satu-satu. Kadang download je banyak, bacanya tak pun. Kan macam, lepas tu nak cari balik, dekat mana simpan, where kita letak kita punya PDF banyak-banyak. Macam it's very hard to monitor, right? So I use Mendeley as my library supaya it's easy for me to find all the PDF, all the paper that I have downloaded as my reference. So for example here, okay, you nampak tepi ni. So you boleh sort off based on you punya lah, you nak buat macam mana. Okay, application you ke, okay sekarang nak untuk paper tu macam ni. So it's untuk paper tu. So you dah tahu dah untuk paper tu reference yang ni yang diperlukan. So you masukkan dalam folder tu. So this is just like my library lah untuk saya punya Mendeley. So I use this as my library. So I will simpan lah all the PDF punya file dalam ni. But for untuk reference, I will use EndNote. So kalau siapa yang tak pernah dengar tu, you can search after this lah, what is EndNote, what is Mendeley, and you can learn it first before you start writing, because it's very important. Sebab you nak letak dalam you punya reference kat sini kan banyak-banyak. Actually kalau dari dalam thesis lagi penting. Okay, for example here, because sometimes maybe you still need APA format. So you need to, so just click here with APA format, so automatic it change automatically. So it's very important lah, you need to learn first. And then you learn tu juga, you jangan, sebab kadang-kadang you kena mahir dahululah satu-satu software tu. And supaya you tak susah di kemudian hari. Kalau last minute baru you nak belajar benda-benda ni, susah jugalah. So it's very important to learn these basic tools first. Okay, next. Another software such as Excel. Okay, Excel is very important, right? Sebab some people use Excel to plot the result, plot the graph, origin, and another software yang related with your field. For me, I use Excel, origin. Origin I will use as to plot the figure. For example, this is my paper. Okay, this paper that I have published during my PhD. Okay, so I will plot. Okay, the graph ni I plot using origin. So it's very important to have a nice figure, figure yang kemas lah untuk you letak dalam you punya journal, sebab dia akan tengok semua tu, kekemasan you punya kerja. So learn a few basic tools before you start writing. Okay. Another one is academic phrase bank. What is academic phrase bank? Kita pernah dengar academic phrase bank tu apa? Okay, academic phrase bank ni actually it's just like macam sentence starter. So it can help you to if you start in your writing, it just like a sentence starter. It gives you an idea how to start writing, how to start your sentence in every part. Okay, for example here, there's a lot of academic phrase bank. You can just search in Google. So there's many things, but this one of that I have used before this academic phrase bank. So dalam ni, it will show you what is the sentence that we can choose to write a sentence for every part. For example, if you want to describe method, macam ni, a lot of things here. So we take one of the example here. Okay. Okay, for example here. Okay, if you want to establish the importance of the topic in your introduction part. So there is a few sentence starter, you can choose it and you can modify to use, you can modify and you can continue with your own word. Maksud daripada sini ni, you boleh ambil idea, you can take as sebagai idea untuk you start menulis. If you macam tak tahu kan, macam tak tahu nak start apa dekat introduction punya part ni. So this is one of the tools that really can help you actually. So maybe, for example, highlighting a problem in the field of study, what if the gap in your study? So this few idea you can choose. For example, however, research has considered that the first year have not. So in my field, I want to fulfill all the, macam tu lah maksudnya. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, another tools that you can learn before you start writing is about Grammarly, Quillbot. What is it? Okay, this for your paraphrasing, your punya grammar, but sometimes kita punya grammar pun, kita pun bukan native speaker kan. So kita punya grammar pun banyak salah, sebab tu kita kena hantar untuk paraphrase punya ni. And then is a few basic tu yang you boleh learn lah, Grammarly, Quillbot. Ni you boleh search dekat internet je. And another one, dalam Microsoft Word tu sendiri you kena belajar pasal basic tools untuk you punya writing format punya. For example, document, navigation pane. If you tak pernah dengar navigation pane ni, just like yang saya tunjuk tadi untuk thesis. This is actually the navigation pane punya ni. Maksudnya, you can navigate your Word, your paper atau your thesis by using navigation pane. Means here, okay, you just click, dia pergi je direct kat pane ni, nampak? For every part. So you dah tahu dah you punya paper tu ataupun you punya thesis tu kat mana lagi tak siap. Okay, maybe today I want to do subtopic 6 for 1.1 you kata. So you just click, okay, UCC ataupun you kata, okay, dah ada figure je, just put the figure inside and baru you explain. At least you dah nampak flow of your work. Tak adalah you macam buka folder sana, buka folder sini. So this is in one folder, in one thesis, you can have all the thing inside. So this is very important juga. But sometimes ada university, they have their own template. So you just insert inside the template. But if you don't have your own template, you can create your own template using this tools, navigation pane. Means here you can do it by yourself, all these things. Just click it like this, but it has a few steps lah. You need to learn lah before you can do it like this. So it's very easy for you to navigate your thesis or your paper. Kat mana part yang subtopik mana lagi yang you tak fulfill. For example, in literature review, apa lagi yang you kata important kita nak letak dalam ni. Okay, so that's another tools that very important for you to learn. Okay, another one is Turnitin. Okay, Turnitin is very important untuk apa? Plagiarism checker kan. So, for journal, before you submit to the journal, it's important for you to masuk dalam Turnitin ataupun apa-apa software yang check untuk plagiarism, sebab the editor will check the plagiarism first. If higher than 35, 30 based on the journal, it will reject your manuscript. So it's important for you to check your paper first before you submit. So you in UMT we have Turnitin. So you just submit to the library and we can take the result and we can attach with our result. Kalau kita nak submit, kita dah kalau maybe 20 below tu dah okay lah juga untuk kita submit. Untuk thesis UMT dia nak 20 ke bawah untuk plagiarism. So it's very important juga Turnitin. And another one is cloud storage. Okay, cloud storage ni for you untuk simpan you punya maklumat semualah. Sebab sekarang banyak kan cloud storage. There's a lot of cloud storage. Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, etc. banyaklah. So why is important? Because kalau you just simpan you punya all your work tu dalam satu, maybe letak dekat D dalam you punya laptop. Tiba-tiba laptop you rosak. So you tak ada backup dah. Sebab banyak ada yang case-case yang tak ada backup kan. So it's important for you to letak you punya kerja ni dekat banyak-banyak tempat sikit. So cloud storage is one of the best lah. Sebab you boleh open dekat any computer kan. Okay, dekat phone pun boleh. So it's very important to learn a few basic tools before you start writing. Okay, so ni adalah tools tu tadi lah dia punya gambar lah. Okay. And kalau macam saya, I love to write. I have two monitor in front of me. So the first macam laptop ni I will use to write, and another monitor tu saya buka saya punya Mendeley sebagai saya punya library supaya senang. Okay, for example, hari ni saya kata saya nak cari maklumat tentang dekat part tu, I want to search about the DSC for example. So it will show me which paper that have the information about the DSC. So I can open a few paper and compare how they explain about that part. So we can take it as an example, kita boleh extract and then kita boleh modify supaya sesuai dengan kerja kita. So it's important lah, that's why you need to have this, supaya you punya kerja tu lagi cepat lah, to boost the performance of your writing. Okay. Okay. Okay, next. Okay. Okay, next is okay, that's before you start writing. Banyak semua means here there's a lot of things you need to learn before you start writing. Maybe you can just start write like that. So you boleh belajar along the journey. So sambil-sambil belajar tu, so maksudnya kalau you dah ada yang ni, lagi cepatlah performance ataupun lagi cepat you boleh menulis. Okay, sebab you dah ada semua benda. Ni ada example of the software untuk kita choose lah. Macam tadi tu, Scholastic, reference, banyak je. Macam-macam ada sebenarnya. Okay. And then this the logical manuscript structure. Okay, to start writing is the logical manuscript structure untuk you punya paper lah. Ni yang basic logical manuscript structure, kena ada apa dalam kita punya paper tu. So we must have title, keywords, abstract, introduction, method, result and discussion, conclusion, acknowledgement and references. Ni yang basic lah memang dalam logical manuscript structure tu. Okay. Okay, so kita nak writing dah sekarang. Sebelum kita submit, kita menulis. Okay, so here. Okay, so here, logical manuscript structure yang tadi tu. This is the logical manuscript structure. What is the important thing yang perlu ada dalam yang punya manuscript structure? Okay, saya percaya ramai je yang dah pernah, ada yang ada experience yang dah memang have writing the paper, right? So maybe dah biasa tengok lah. So kat sini, based on ni saya ambil reference daripada Springer Nature. Okay, in your writing, the reader has 4 questions. The first one is, in your research, what did you do? Apa yang awak buat? Result, what did you find? The 4 important things here. Introduction, why did you do the study? Methods, what did you do? Result, what did you find? And discussion, how does the study advance the field? So this the reader have 4 questions that you need to answer in your manuscript. So the first important part is very important, like introduction part. Why did you do the study? Okay. And then method, what method that you use? Result, what result that did you find that the novelty of your research, or what is the difference of your finding daripada orang lain? What is the difference of your finding that the result can be published? And discussion, and how does the study advance the field? Okay, good. So in the introduction part, why does your study need to be done? So here dia macam daripada broad tu, daripada yang piramid terbalik lah. So maksudnya you kena cerita daripada general, and then baru you pergi very specific into your field. So you need to introduce the topic worldwide, maksudnya very broad lah. Untuk for example in my, okay, I show you the paper lah directly, contoh daripada introduction part, you can see daripada sini kita just brought about the hydrogen, actually hydrogen about apa-apa, and then kita pergi next. Kita spesifikkan lagi. For me, contoh, my research about the hydrogen storage. And then lagi spesifik, material apa yang saya guna. Okay, and then kenapa pilih material tu? Lagi spesifik. Okay, that's in the introduction part. So that's why the first part you need to introduce the topic. And then what is known about the topic? The up-to-date studies, cite broadly worldwide. Maksudnya reference yang terkini. Apa yang orang dah buat tentang research tu. And then what is not known? Clear description of problem. Use keywords like however. And then that's why here you need the specific aims about your study in your introduction. For example, here this from the introduction part, from the paper, you can see that this is the broad page. And then this is the literature review punya, a number of studies have been performed, for example, daripada previous research. And then the specific lagi, several studies have done about this research. So you give a few example. And then, but therefore, macam tadi, you letak, you punya keyword, however, therefore, what is the gap that, ataupun the finding yang orang tak jumpa lagi. So kat sini kita state, and then baru kita masuk kita punya aim. Macam saya, however, their research offer no explanation about the kinetic performance of this composite. So kita dah ada kita punya problem kat sini. What is not known? Clear description of problem. Use keywords like however. Baru kita letak kita punya specific aim. So in this study, what kita nak introduce in our study. So that's why introduction part is very important from broad to big. Okay, that's in the introduction part. Okay, and then for the methods. Dalam methods pula, bila you dah ada aim in your research tu, what did you do? In your methods, you kena explain lah. What is method that you do? What did you do? Researchers in your field. Adakah you punya method tu can be reproduce your finding, build on your research. And then peer review akan evaluate your study design, validate your research. So dalam method ni, dia nak tahu what do they need to know adalah who or what was used in the study. Okay, if you guna material tu purchase kat mana. If you guna sample apa. Or if you have participant, how many participant. Based on your field lah, like this. If you have materials, where you purchase the material. Okay, for example, in my study, I'm in material punya ni kan. So in my study, for example, the starting material, for example, I use sodium, calcium, were purchased from Sigma Aldrich. So saya dah mention here what is material that I have used, where I purchased, and this is the some of the method that I use. Okay, and then how you conduct the study. After you have introduced who or what was you used in the study, you can explain how you conducted the study. What method and technique you use, discuss specific condition and control. So, and how you analyze your data. Okay, for me here, this is how I conduct my experiment. And this is how I analyze my data using a few instruments. For example, I use TBD, SRD, this is an instrument for material lah. So for every type of instrument tu, apa dia punya specification untuk you punya method tu. So adalah dalam ni, so you boleh explain lah kat situ secara ringkas. Tu dalam methodology untuk you punya manuscript. Okay. And how you analyze your data. Macam if you guna software, what quantification of method or software, if you ada guna statistical test, consult statistician ke apa, so you kena mention lah dalam you punya tu. So you boleh refer yang you punya paper tu based on your field. You tengok cara orang lain punya penulisan. Ada people, ada researcher punya penulisan, you can compare how they explain their method. Banyak kan. So boleh refer sana juga. Okay, and then about your result and discussion. So in your finding, you must guide your reader through your finding. Means here, you punya presentation of your result tu kena logical. So maksudnya tak adalah macam you letak finding yang ni tiba sini macam tak relate kan. So macam you guide your readers. First about what, and then next link each other. So macam bila kita baca tu ada penceritaan. Just like you baca novel lah, daripada one part tu kita macam nampak dia punya flow tu. So logical. So first apa, initial observation, what characterization and application. For example here, fabricate new membrane, and then kita nak evaluate apa, and then nak tahu application apa kat sini. Okay, guide your reader through your findings. So one figure at a time. Okay, for example here, daripada satu figure tu, first you kena letak figure, and then you must introduce about your figure first. Baru you discuss the trends and relationship inside your figure tu. Tak adalah you just, this the figure 1 descriptive, okay dah habis. Tu just report. So kalau result discussion, you need to introduce the experiment, and then you discuss the trend and relationship inside your figure tu. And after that, you summarize the key finding of your figure. Okay, tu untuk figure 1. And then you punya figure tu kena clear lah untuk satu figure tu. Okay, for example, dekat result discussion yang ni. Okay, for example, here this is figure 1, right? So the first one you just state the hydrogen in figure 1. Figure 1 present apa? And then as shown in figure 1, 4 major stage. So you show dia punya apa yang ada dalam ni. And then you summarize the finding. Okay, this result indicate that tu untuk first figure, and then go to second figure. Sama juga flow dia. Maksudnya you mention about the figure first, and then you discuss the trend and relationship, and the third you summarize the key findings. So every figure tu you must have these 3 important part lah. So you tak adalah terus je summarize atau terus dia discuss trend. So buat flow part by part, step by step untuk penceritaan in your result. Okay, maybe ada yang buat result dulu, dia summarize key finding dahulu, yang discussion untuk total tu dia buat dekat lain. Ada juga macam tu. Okay, that's for result and discussion. And also you punya figure tu must be clear and clear lah apa yang you punya figure tu nak bagi tahu. Okay, for example pasal SRT. So for every ni apa yang nak cerita. And figure tu kena clear, and bila kita tengok tu macam okay, tak sakit mata sangat ke. Macam tu lah. So must clear lah. Bila reader tengok tu dia macam okay, dia faham dekat mana you explain for every part tu. Kat sini ke, kat sini ke, kat sini ke. Depends lah in your field. Maybe kalau modeling lain pula cara kan. So but your figure must be clear. Okay, next. Okay, after you have explained about your result, all the result, you part in the discussion part. How your study contributes to the field. Macam mana study awak ni contributes to the field. So kalau introduction tadi daripada broad to the, maknanya kita daripada piramid ni mata balik kan, yang ni piramid betul. Maksudnya daripada yang kita dapat tu, kita kena interpret our finding and kita broadkan lagi. Maksud kita relate dengan others. Okay, so kalau in discussion, you summarize what you did, begin with research problem, discuss the study design, summarize the key finding. And then after that, you interpret your finding. What is the similarities between your finding with the previous study? What is the differences? What is your unexpected result, negative result, and if there is a limitation in your research, in your result, so you can interpret your discussion. And why important to the field? Main conclusion, implication. So this is in your discussion. For example, in my paper, I also do the discussion part in the last subtopic here. Okay, for example, banyak, okay, this one. Referring to the result about the finding, buat apa? Make several contribution to the current literature. So you explain lah. Ni. And on this, are strongly recommended future study. So apa dah limitation yang ada? So you boleh explain dekat sini. This finding agree ke tak dengan previous ataupun jika tak agree, kenapa maybe you punya result tu dapat macam tu ataupun tak expect dapat macam tu. There's a few reason you boleh explain dalam you punya discussion punya part. So this is my discussion part lah untuk saya punya paper yang ni. Yang saya summarize the key finding tadi tu. Based on this. Okay. And then the similarity differences. So dah ada dekat sini. Kalau similarity, ni ayat-ayat ni pun kadang saya refer to the academic first plan. The finding are in agreement with the finding of ni. We show that, okay gitu-gitu. So you can refer to the previous research. Adakah finding you tu agree ke? Kalau disagree, why? Kalau agree, you can support your result. Okay, that's for the about the finding punya part. Okay, next is about the so this is the logically linking your ideas. That's why answer the 4 key question yang tadi tu. So dalam your manuscript tu maksudnya you kena answer the 4 key question for your reader. Okay, yang tadi tu lah why this study need to be done daripada introduction tadi. So inilah bentuk manuscript you should be. Okay, what you did kat sini, what you found, how your study will advance the field. So daripada sinilah you introduce the topic, currently published study, what is the problem in the field, what is your objective, method, result and figure, summary, interpretation of finding and implication for the field. Implication of the field will relate back to the problem in the field. Okay, so this is the logically your idea throughout your manuscript. Maksudnya dalam manuscript you ni you kena menjawab, you need to answer all these 4 question untuk reader tu. 4 key question for your reader. So if you don't have your problem, macam tak, your manuscript tu macam tak lengkap lah. If you don't have objective in your manuscript, pun tak lengkap. Maybe method you pun tak very clear. So this is very important to answer these 4 key question for your reader. Okay. So far, okay. Saya take 5. Boleh Syukri? Rasa ni sakit tekak.
Tak boleh tak?
Saya minum air juga kan.
Rasa
Okay, take 5. Saya sakit tekak lah. Okay.
boleh.
Okay, with maknanya so far okay kan? Understand kan? Macam aja. Taklah, this some of sharing lah. Maybe you can take some notes and idea for your own manuscript from my sharing today. Okay. So dalam because untuk you punya publication, how to publish, after this Dr. Muhammad, Associate Prof. Dr. Muhammad will explain detail about process of publication, what needs and what do and don'ts during publication, right? So I focus on more on the manuscript punya flow lah. Okay, maybe yang after this, Associate Prof. Dr. Muhammad will add a little more about this manuscript and also how to publish in high impact journal, the step, how to choose the journal, what is the another important things during your submission in the journal. I will pass to Associate Prof. Dr. Muhammad after this. So I will focus more on this flow in the manuscript. Tips and tricks. Yang tadi lah what is the important yang perlu ada dalam you punya manuscript. Okay. Okay. We continue a little bit. Sikit lagi.
We continue at 9:55. Boleh tak?
Boleh.
9:55.
Okay, we continue at 9. If you have a few questions, you can write in chat. Okay.
Doctor, can we resume our talk?
Okay,
Boleh, Doctor?
okay
Okay.
boleh. Okay, we continue. Sikit lagi. Okay, so tadi sampai mana dah? Okay, the logical linking your ideas, right? Okay, in your manuscript, the first thing is about your titles. So your titles get your reader's attention. So your title is very important. So what should include and what you should avoid in your titles. So what is important? Keyword for indexing, conciseness. So less than 20 words. Dia punya suggestion lah. And should avoid questions, describing methodology, abbreviation. So maksudnya in your title, jangan not too long and not too short lah. So what is important, maksudnya from your title tu, we dah dapat tahu dah. Kita dah tahu apa yang you nak study. Apa yang you nak fulfill dan you punya field tu. Apa yang berbeza, different from others. For example, I show you about our research. Okay, we write the title just like this, Hydrogen Storage Property. Kemudian catalyzed by, so we dah mention what material yang kita nak guna, enhance, improve, ada keyword-keyword yang untuk punya tajuk. And tajuk nampak taklah terlampau panjang kan. So it's very simple actually, direct macam tu je. Depends on your field jugalah macam ni lah. Improve, improve, very simple tajuk. So less than 20 lah kalau dia punya suggestion. So your title should be a concise summary of what's most important. State what was investigated, what was measured, and the sample the measurement were taken from. Okay, ni is apa yang you nak investigate, apa yang nak measure ke, apa dan sample yang you guna. This is the example yang saya tunjuk tadi lah untuk our field. So we investigate apa, improve ni, investigate this material, addition with what material to improve our performance, macam tu. So this what should you have in your title. Okay, after that in your abstract, first impression of your paper. Okay, the abstract is the first impression of your paper because it contains the executive summary, just like as a summary of your whole paper in your abstract. So the most important, you must have the aims. What is the importance of your topic? And then result, significance of your study, conclusion, relevant of your study. Actually, kalau the abstract, you must have 5 things. So yang ni the main, aims, the result, conclusion. So what is the importance of your study, significance of your study, relevant of your study, clarity of your writing. Okay, in your abstract, the good first impression, what do your readers want to know? Okay, this is a few questions that you need to answer in your abstract. Why did the study need to be done? So you must introduce the topic and the problem in the first paragraph. And what did you do? Your aims and your method. And what did you find? Your key result inside your, don't put all the result, just put the key result. Maybe we have a lot of result inside our manuscript, right? But choose the main result yang you nak letak dalam you punya abstract. Sebab abstract maybe around 250 and 300 words only. So put the main result, the supporting result tu you just explain in your manuscript. But the main, the key result you letak dalam you punya abstract. And how study will advance the field, the conclusion and implication. Okay, for example, from our research, I tunjuk contoh direct lah from our paper. Okay, this one. Okay, the hydrogen ni yang kita investigate apa. Ni saya letak result yang keyword apa. Ada yang direct boleh tak cukup 5 keyword, 5 finding tu pun tak apa. Depends lah. Ada yang letak result yang dia boleh faham pun dah tak apa. Depends, ada yang tengok kalau tengok orang punya. Tajuk dia very simple, directly. Enhance, tu untuk tajuk. And then for example kita nak daripada yang latest. So kita boleh tahu yang mana yang paling latest kita punya ni. So okay, macam ni contoh kita ambil from other researcher. So dia explain, dia cerita dulu yang important, magnesium hydride, and then in this word aim dia apa nak buat, and then dia bagi tahu result, and then dia conclude kat sini with suitable dangerous properties. Okay, that's important in abstract. So you need to answer all these questions. What do you readers want to know actually in your abstract? Tak adalah you directly letak all your result. You tak ada aim pun. And then you letak cerita pemeta apa sikit. So letak sikit-sikit tu in your abstract. Okay, another one is efficient publication strategy. Okay, after you dah siap writing semua, okay, contoh dia kata dah, okay, after that yang conclusion, result discussion dah explain dah intro method, introduction tak itulah, kena ada apa dalam method, kena apa, result discussion kena ada apa, conclusion. Conclusion cannot be same with abstract. Conclusion you detail sikit lah daripada abstract. Jangan copy yang conclusion pergi letak kat abstract. Abstract you kena letak yang keyword je. Conclusion you can conclude all your punya result. Conclusion dengan abstract jangan letak benda yang sama, cuma cara pengolahan you punya penulisan tu kena berbeza. So kalau dalam conclusion, in summary, apa yang you in term of result lah dalam ni. And then apa lagi yang boleh you tambah kat sini. Okay, ni in conclusion. So conclusion dengan abstract kena ada beza. Tak adalah bila dia baca conclusion, dia baca abstract sama je. So they must have different between conclusion and abstract. And then kena ada acknowledgement. Acknowledgement ni, you nak acknowledge sample in your manuscript. Maybe you punya university yang provide facility, if you punya research tu under the grant, you kena letak, you acknowledge number of grant tu apa, for example here, and then apa lagi, and you ada scholarship ke apa, letak. For me, contoh saya dapat my brain dulu, so kita letaklah untuk quarter sekali. For example, saya dapat my brain 15 scholarship and my friend dapat BUMT. So kita mention all the acknowledgement here, apa benda. The MRGS semua tu. Okay. So acknowledgement kena ada. Tapi tengok juga contoh jurnal-jurnal, template dia maybe ada yang tak letak kot. Tapi mostly adalah acknowledgement. And then, apa tadi lagi? Logical manuscript tadi. References. This one yang saya kata is important for you to learn about the reference manager Mendeley or EndNote, because for every journal, for example this journal dia guna style macam ni, maybe dia nak macam ni Sakin tu Nabi, and then dia nak numbering like this. Tapi maybe journal lain, for example kita ambil journal lain yang tadi IJHE, for example this one Journal of Energy Chemistry. Okay, kurang ke? Tengok kat belakang, tengok last punya. Okay, ni dia nak macam ni, nampak L.Z.O yang, maksudnya dia letak dulu yang number pendek. Kalau yang macam ni lain kan, dia letak macam ni, nama penuh. So different kan, so takkan you nak manually edit satu-satu. That's why it's very important for you to learn about the reference manager. So just one click, you just can change all the things automatically. Contoh you nak macam nak style macam ni, you carilah dia punya style. If dia punya style tu tak ada online daripada dia punya journal tu, you can create it by your own. Maksudnya you can modify from other style tu untuk create your own style. Maksudnya journal ni tak adalah dia punya style sendiri, dia punya template tu, you boleh create your own style. So ada yang nak tulis yang ada yang lain-lain. For example lagi, kita ambil contoh. Ini sama juga, Journal of Alkyl Compound. Kalau kita ambil yang ni contoh, nampak dia letak dia punya ni numbering dia kecil-kecil kat atas ni. Lain kan. So bergantung pada dia punya. Ni dia nak macam ni, dia tak letak pun. Dia don't put dia punya full tajuk. Dia just letak nama, jurnal and tahun. Macam tu je, simple. Tapi ada setengah tu nak sampai tajuk. Ni letak tajuk. So that's why lah every journal tu berbeza. That's why it's important for you to learn about the reference manager. And reference pun you kena check. Tak semestinya you guna reference manager, you dah yakin 100% tak ada silap. Kadang-kadang ada je silap sebab maklumat yang you masukkan dalam reference manager tu tak lengkap. Contohnya you masukkan tu tak ada detail yang, contoh kat sini abstract you, jurnal apa you tak masukkan kat sini. Sebab you tak direct ambil kan. So you kena edit juga manually sikit-sikit dekat dia punya software tu, baru you kena update balik. Nanti dia bertukar lah. So you kena double check one by one juga walaupun you dah guna referral manager. Sebab mungkin ada yang terlepas pandang. Tak boleh percaya 100% lah. Tapi it's really helpful lah. Memang you kena guna. Okay, and then publication goals. Okay, after you dah siap you punya manuskrip semua ni, okay, dah siap dah draft. Draft dalam bentuk ni lah, draft biasanya dalam bentuk Word kan you tulis. Tapi if you punya journal tu dah ada template, you direct insert dalam template. Kalau yang macam ni lepas dia dah siap jadi macam ni after you have melalui all this process, after you have article submission untuk journal, lepas you dah lalui semua proses ni barulah terjadinya macam ni paper you. Dia akan susun betul dalam bentuk journal cantik macam ni. But before that you punya manuskrip you hantar dalam bentuk Word ataupun you submit dalam bentuk draft lah mula-mula kan. Macam ni lah maksudnya daripada for example here lah. Okay macam ni. Ni draft you lah maksudnya daripada Word tu bentuk macam ni dahulu masa you submit tu. And then panjang proses untuk hantar tu very long lah. A lot of time jugalah. Maksudnya kita kena ambil masa lah. Tak adalah you hantar hari ni esok. It depends on journal apa lah you hantar. Kalau high impact journal memang dia ambil masa untuk review. Sebab dia ada review process. So this is the flow ataupun process submission to a journal. Ni adalah dia punya ni lah langkah ataupun cabaran-cabaran yang you kena hadapi sebelum sampai you punya paper tu accepted. Banyaklah proses dia. Sebelum online jadi macam ni. Jadi macam ni. Last kali. So yang ni saya nak go through secara tak detail sangat. Because yang ni saya rasa nanti after ni Dr. Muhammad will explain more about this process untuk submission to a journal. So I just go sikit-sikit je. Maksudnya ni ada proses yang you kena buat. First you submit your manuscript, you pilihlah jurnal apa. Nak pilih jurnal apa tu depends on your field. You can ask your supervisor first because dia lagi experience in your field. And then also you boleh juga tengok daripada you punya jurnal tu sendiri. Contoh you hantar, you refer jurnal ni you pergi tengok dekat bahagian reference belakang tu. You boleh tahu biasa orang hantar kat mana untuk you punya paper ni. So you boleh try kat situ. And then lepas you submit, initial screening by editorial office dahulu. Editor akan screening dahulu. Kalau dia punya Turnitin tinggi, contoh macam saya cakap tadi, it's very important for you to submit to Turnitin first because there are initial screening by the editorial office dahulu. Sebab saya pernah kena juga, saya hantar higher than 30 something macam jurnal tak terima, dia suruh submit balik, maksudnya suruh rendahkan similarity index tu, hantar semula. Maksudnya dia dah reject awal-awal sebab similarity index. Maksudnya dia tak tengok pun lagi paper kita tu, dia just screen mula-mula, tengok tinggi, dah reject terus. So that's why important for you to do a Turnitin first, and then lepas kat sini, screening lagi. Either resubmit ataupun reject lah. Kalau dia kata resubmit, kita ada peluang lagi lah untuk hantar semula lepas baiki. But kalau dah reject, kita boleh try dekat jurnal lain. And then kita ada peer review process lepas tu. Okay, peer review ni ambil masa lah sebulan 2 bulan. Sebab reviewer kadang-kadang 2 orang, kadang 3 orang, kadang 4 orang. Bergantung lah you dapat berapa orang. Okay, contoh macam saya dapat soalan 4 orang berbenah. Contoh saya tunjuk respond to reviewer. Okay, for example here. Okay. Saya dapat soalan. Okay, review 1. Okay, so kita kena jawab soalan reviewer ni. Okay, kalau contoh yang ni, banyaklah ditanya kan. So kita kena jawab politely lah every question tu kita nak jawab. Ataupun kita nak reject ataupun boleh jawab ke tak boleh jawab. Kalau kita tak semestinya kita terima semua yang dia cadang tu. Okay, ni contoh saya sampai 4 saya rasa reviewer untuk paper ni. Banyaklah soalannya, so kena, yang ni 3. Ada tu 4. Respond to reviewer, kita tunjuk. Okay, so Lepas dah melalui peer review, masuk peer review dah bagi decision making tu, yang revise tadi lah, dia bagi soalan balik kat kita. So kena jawab lah, contoh Arwan, kita revise sekali, kita submit kat dia, dia tak puas hati lagi, dia bagi balik kat kita, suruh jawab lagi, kita jawab. Kalau dia puas hati, dia accept. I don't understand pasal I campur-campur. Okay, after you have decision, you have your article have a decision making, either you need to revise and resubmit. So you dapat all this question, you need to revise your word. So you need to answer all the reviewer punya comment. You need to give a response to the reviewer comment politely. And how to answer the reviewer comment? So you must answer it politely, and for every question you must answer and do it like this. For me, I do it like this. For example, this question is the answer for this question. Thanks for the review comment. Now we have corrected. Macam tu This is the way. And then, for example, after you have revised and resubmit process, your paper accepted for publication. So you need to do a corrected proof. What is corrected proof? Corrected proof maksudnya the last like this. Maksudnya dia dah bagi uncorrected macam ni. It give you the uncorrected proof. The article impress, maksudnya if there is any mistake here, you can comment. You can comment inside this, and you can show you said that abstract need to please change. This is the last process before the final version of your paper will publish after that. So after you have do all this corrected proof, after that it will online like this. This is the final. If you online, you have the you will get the volume and your year. If it's not online yet, it will be like this article impress. So you don't have number of your volume for your manuscript. So that's the process untuk you punya article submission to a journal. So a long journey before your paper accepted. So here, in this journey, okay, how to choose the appropriate journal? Is this the journal with the highest impact factor? Not necessarily. It is the journal that will best reach your target audience to maximize your impact in the field. So you can submit your article not necessarily in highest impact factor. You can try to submit in the journal that reach the target that maximize your impact in the field. So you kena tahu what is the best journal in your field that's suitable in your field. Okay, choose the appropriate. Where are the finding relevant? Okay, tak nak explain more. Choose the appropriate journal. Okay, so there are a few journals that specific in your field only. You can choose a specialized journal to reach reader in your field, or you can choose a broad focus journal to reach reader across the discipline. Okay, and then you want to submit the journal. How much accessibility do you need? To subscription, only academic with access to journal can read article. For open access journal, so it's freely available to everyone worldwide. So many people can see your paper if you submit dekat open access. Okay, there is a few benefit for open access journal. Ni saya tak nak pergi panjang. Okay. How to identify a trustworthy journal? So first, you must have a reputable publisher. For example, Elsevier, Springer Nature. I always do Elsevier, Springer Nature. Banyaklah publisher. So you kena do some research before you submit. Okay. This is the how to identify a trustworthy journal. Okay. Okay, ni tak nak. I don't want to explain more. Ready to submit. Okay. What is successful journal submission after you submit? Okay. You must know that journal editors are very busy because most journal editors are not full-time journal editors. full-time professor, for example, when they have time. So you are competing with many other researchers for the journal's editor limited time. So that's why the first impression for journal editor, you must make the best first impression masa you submit. So kena ada cover letter, significant and relevant study, sebab masa submission punya proses tu you kena upload a few lah, cover letter, you punya manuscript, yang tu nanti second session, Professor Muhammad will explain more about this. Okay. Okay, what should we need in cover letter? This one lah, introduce your manuscript, why study is important, what you found, what this is important, what yang perlu ada dalam cover letter. Okay, publication ethic in your cover letter. This one, suggestion dia. And not submitted to other journals. So means here, if you have submit to one journal, you cannot submit in another journal in one time. Maksudnya, you must wait either your manuscript reject or accept. If reject, baru you, after that, you can submit to another journal. So you cannot submit the same journal in 3 or 4 publisher in one time. It's very publication ethics. Original and unpublished, not submitted to other journals, author agree on paper, authorship, contribution, solve, this in your cover letter lah. Okay. Okay, convince journal editor must is suitable, peer review is ni yang tadi. So this is the process. Peer reviews is a positive process. So because the expert want to help to improve the quality of your work. So this is actually a positive process. If you get a lot of comment, don't feel really down. Sebab actually it want to help you to improve the quality of your work. So expert give advice on how to improve your study and your manuscript. Ensure only relevant studies are published, and peer review helps to advance the field. So that's why maybe you get a lot of comment. When you see the comment, you macam, so you take some time to respond one by one all the comment of the reviewer. Okay, so peer review is a positive process. Take it positively, don't take it negatively. Okay. So yang tadilah the same thing, the journey of your manuscript sama je macam yang saya tunjuk yang kat sini. Same thing. So submit, meet basic requirement. This is the journey of your manuscript for every publisher, the same thing process. Submit, meet basic requirement, yes. Assign, reviewer, everywhere, and recommend, assess, comment, make decision, yes. If not, go back to the initial. Okay. Okay, writing response letter. Most common mistake. They only state that revision have been done, not what the revision were. Okay, this is most common mistake. So when you give answer the response to reviewer, please make revision easy to review. Briefly state what was revised, always refer to page and line numbers. In manuscript, highlight revised text. For example, here, we have changed them using our highlight in our revise. So in page berapa, what page you have. For example, we have corrected the reference 6 and reference in our revised version. Okay, this is some of the response. We have to highlight which part you have. For example, here direction and inspiration have been highlighted with vehicle and revised version manuscript. Page 13, paragraph 1. So we have made the easy for the revision or for the reviewer to see where is the mistake we have revised. What was revised, or refer to the page and line number in manuscript, highlight revised text. So highlight revised text dalam manuscript yang kita revise tu. Okay, writing response letter. What are journals editor looking for? Do you agree or disagree? So if there is some comment, why do you agree? Why do you disagree? So does support this agreement with evidence. So what revision were done? State new experiment, how you revise the text and figure. Where can revision be found? Page and line numbers, updated figures numbers. So this is very important when you give response to all the comments. So it's very easy for the editor to see where is the you have revised, which part, page berapa, line berapa. So when you write like this, so easy for them to search where is the reversion punya version. Okay. Okay, that's all about the process untuk ni. At first you don't succeed, okay, relax. Not if you just submit one time and then your paper will be rejected, relax, reverse and resubmit. So don't give up easily. Okay. Okay, tak ada apa dah. Okay, after you punya artikel dah publish, you can promote your article after publication. Don't wait for people to find it. So you can present at conference, promote on social media to increase the availability of your work. Okay. Okay, that's for submission journal. So I don't focus more on this part because after this we have the second session for this part to endorse during submission. So this is a very common submission process. Okay. So before we go further, is there any question? In research. Yeah, yes, I will share this slide to the moderator, and the presenter will be, all this material will be emailed to our presenter register. Okay. In research, can you use more than one method sample? Depends on your field. If you think that your method or your sample depends on your field and on your research. So if you think that your method tu boleh guna more than 2 method, yes, you can use more than 1 method. If you can lean or that's why it's important the flow of your writing. Writing, including background, other and other option. Okay, writing in the abstract, including the background, objective method, result, discussion, and conclusion, other and other option. Actually, these 5 things is the key for abstract. Tak adalah, tak semestinya, not actually you must have all these items, but maybe you can put the main one, the objective, the method, and the result, and the conclusion, but this is the main yang perlu memang you must have in the abstract. So if at the option, you can search in your field about a few paper in your field, you can write the abstract, you can make a comparison how they write their abstract. So if they have another option, you can try to use that method for the abstract. But it's the common one lah, to put all these things, objective, result, conclusion, the main one. But if you don't have all these things, but the main one is result. Result is very important in the abstract. And also objective, conclusion. But if you can put all these things, lagi bagus lah. Because it's more complete. Okay, that's for writing manuscript. Okay, I think this is end of my sharing. Okay, before I end off my sharing, is some motivation for all the students, for the postgraduate student who just want to start their journey, who just want to start to write their first draft of manuscript. Okay, don't make it write, make it written. So the first one, you just start to write. So because you will never know your limits unless you push yourself to do them. And the best motivation is only you can motivate yourself to change. Do not depend on others. Motivation is the engine of change. Okay, you can depend on others, but the most important, well, the best motivation is yourself actually. Okay, you can join a lot of seminar, you can, but if you yourself don't motivate yourself, so you punya work tak bergerak jugalah. So the best motivation is yourself. Okay, that's some motivation from me. Okay, another one is always seek help for others. If you macam you seseorang, macam you stuck, please go and see your supervisor, get some advice from them because they have something to help you. Okay, and also support from your friend. Don't shy to seek other people help. Seek people help. Macam tu lah. Okay. So and also kalau orang if other people ask for your help, don't jangan kedekut ilmu lah. Just sharing because sharing is caring. Because sometimes when you share with someone, it will increase your knowledge. Okay, that's for some motivation. And this is another motivation for this some of my work when I feel down. So buat tanpa tapi, lakukan tanpa nanti, mohon pada ilahi, insyaAllah segala urusan dipermudahi. Okay, maybe you dah buat semua benda, but after all, keep praying to your God. InsyaAllah all the thing will go smoothly. Because it always seems impossible until it is done. So what you have started, just finish it. Because it always seems impossible until it is done. Maybe everyone have their own journey. Mungkin dia nampak dia cepat, dia lambat. But believe me, your time will come. Okay, that's all for my sharing today. I think.
Doktor, rasa kita ada question lah dekat sini.
Okay.
Dekat chat. Okay, first
ada yang saya dah
question.
jawab kan?
Okay. Dekat Q&A doktor dah jawab ke?
Ada
Question
yang
dekat
Q&A.
Q&A.
Saya nampak yang dekat chat je. Q&A ada yang?
Q&A dia kata bagaimana nak respons jika kita tidak bersetuju dengan komen reviewer.
Saya tak nampak yang kat Q&A. Saya nampak yang dekat chat.
Kita ada question dekat Q&A. Bagaimana nak respon? Question dia bagaimana nak respon jika kita tidak bersetuju dengan komen reviewer.
So
nak respon dengan polite.
Okay. Macam saya pernah je, saya macam kalau kita contoh tak boleh jawab soalan tu, kita jawab dengan politely. Okay, saya ada a few example je. Saya pernah, saya pernah jawab. Maknanya kita cakap lah maaf, macam kita tak bersetuju ataupun kita tak boleh nak buat macam tu. Kita apologize dulu. Macam ni, sorry. Okay, ni tak sorry. Mana yang contoh lain. Okay, ada. Sekejap. Okay, you just answer, sorry for the review misunderstanding. Thanks for the review comment. Okay, kalau tak bersetuju maksudnya you thanks for the comment and then you apologize, and then if you cannot do it the experiment, you cakap maybe you akan buat eksperimen tu in the next research ke, ataupun you cakap kalau dia kata dia suggest guna alat ni tapi alat tu tak ada dekat tempat kita just bagi tahu je. Mungkin kita kata untuk masa sekarang tak boleh buat sebab we don't have the equipment in our university, so we apologize. Macam tu je lah kalau nak jawab politely. Yang penting minta maaf lah maksudnya dulu. Adalah ayat minta maaf tu. Macam tu lah kalau nak jawab untuk yang kita tak bersetuju. And then kalau macam contoh dia kata dia suruh tambah apa-apa, kita kata macam tu tak related, kita bagilah supporting, kita punya strong justification kenapa kita tak bersetuju. Tak adalah kita cakap we don't agree with your statement. Tak adalah tu macam rude lah kan. So jawab, okay, thank you for your response, but sorry, we disagree with your statement due to the need, and we believe that our result is apa-apa because support with some document. Just like that lah. Okay. Okay. Ada another question from Q&A, Syukri?
No, doktor. Itu saja.
Itu je yang daripada Q&A. From the chat?
Ya. Daripada Nur Rohaila ni doktor dah jawab. Doktor, how do you manage your time in writing manuscript?
And how usually you take for one manuscript to complete work? Nur Rohaila. Okay, Rohaila. Thank you. Okay. Your time. Macam saya cakap tadi, you must have your own timeline lah. You have your own focus time yang first tadi tu. So macam saya buat kerja kat lab, because saya macam pergi lab 9.5, so contoh saya akan fokus 20 minutes, and if macam tak ada fokus, saya akan jalan-jalan kejap, dan duduk balik, and then writing balik. And then take part mana yang kita nak complete this day. For example, macam dah start kat situ, janganlah tak bergerak pergi step lah. Contoh kita nak buat methodology punya part. So kita macam tak ada idea. So you can keep okay, pas yang punya method punya part, pergi skip, pergi dekat okay, tak apalah, pergi buat dekat result and discussion punya part. Lompong-lompong dahulu pun tak apa manuscript you tu. As long as and that day tu ada something you write ataupun something you buat dalam you punya manuscript tu. In terms of your figure ke, you nak baiki figure ke. So maksudnya you nampak lah something you buat untuk manuscript you hari tu. Walaupun sikit, at least dia bergerak juga kan. That's how lah macam saya. So kita rasa lagi bersemangat lah nak tulis. Taklah macam kita tengok termenung depan tu, tak bergerak. Okay, so at least kalau that's why saya kata yang navigation pen title is very important, mostly for your thesis, because sometimes part ni you macam start, you pergi skip, pergi part last ke, pergi tengah ke, so you boleh pergi naik atas turun bawah. At least on that day you dah tahu kat mana you dah isi sikit-sikit. Okay, so that's some of my practice lah. Maybe another people have their own. Inilah kan. Can you please inform us how can we write a review or conceptual paper? How can we push us to read papers per day and how to enhance our academic writing? Okay, for writing a review, I don't have a lot of experience in review paper because mostly right now I am writing more a journal paper. So for this, I think you can ask Prof. Dr. Muhammad about the review paper after this, because he has a lot of banyak lagi experience dengan saya. Okay, and how can we push us to read papers per day and how to enhance our academic writing? That's why I said just now, actually I don't read a paper just like this. I use Mendeley to navigate my writing and also my reading. Just like I said just now, if I want to focus about the method part today, about the DSC part, for example, I will search about that part, a few paper, and I will compare and do it that part first. And then if it's related with my field, so actually I'm not read paper per day, just like read part by part in many papers per day. So maybe that's my tricks. Kalau you just baca whole paper and then you don't know which part you want to take. So macam you baca tak tahu nak ambil mana-mana punya part kan. So you tahu dah kalau if that day you want to focus in this part, so you ada you punya focus on part mana yang you nak writing. So you kena ada skill ataupun step lah in your writing actually. How can we push us to read paper? Macam tu lah, how to enhance our academic writing. You need to practice, do a lot of practice, read different ni lah style of paper from another researcher. Okay? Okay, dah tak ada dah daripada chat. Okay, Syukri?
Doktor, ni soalan daripada saya.
Daripada awak. Okay.
Dalam paper, bahagian apa yang paling penting sekali?
Penting semua.
Maksudnya metodologi ke, related works ke, mana bahagian yang perlu kita ambil perhatian sekali dalam paper yang kita baca untuk kita punya penulisan lah.
Kalau ikut all the part is very important, but first thing you kena tahu you punya scope of your research first, and then aim you punya research yang untuk paper tu you nak objektif you apa sekarang ni, and then gap apa yang you nak fulfill and related dengan research yang before this apa. So dari situ baru you boleh, dekat introduction tu pun dah penting dah apa yang you nak cari. Once you dah ada objektif dalam introduction tu, barulah flow untuk next method, result tu lagi semua. So introduction punya part tu paling penting jugalah, sebab kita nak tahu kita nak buat apa dulu kan. So once you dah tahu, barulah result tu akan follow. And then in terms of result punya part pun, you must know that which result is the main result, which result is the supporting result untuk support the main result tu. So kalau penceritaan you punya paper tu nampak smooth. So the most important part introduction part lah. Sebab kat situ kita nak tahu objektif kita untuk study pasal apa in that paper. Kalau important, all the part is important, but right now introduction kita nak baca kan. So introduction tu kita tahu apa yang orang tak tahu lagi yang kita boleh relate dengan kita punya research. Macam tu lah for me lah. Kalau in your field, awak bidang apa Syukri?
Saya bidang komputer.
More macam modeling macam tu kan? So maybe you punya algorithm macam tu. So you baca introduction punya part tu, dia nak in term of apa yang you nak fulfill, yang relate dengan you punya research tu. Mungkin lain cara penulisan sikit kan in term of macam saya material macam ni, tapi flow tu saya rasa lebih kurang je samanya. So you baca intro punya part yang bahagian objektif punya tu, kat situ lah yang ambil dulu apa yang, so baca kat situ, once kita dah tahu objektif macam hidup kita lah, tahu objektif kita, so kita akan follow apa yang kita nak. Like that lah.
Lepas tu doktor, yang figure tu, boleh ke kalau kita campur-campur macam kat atas tu bar chart, bawah tu tiba-tiba histogram pula ke? Yang
boleh
dekat figure daripada result kita tu.
Boleh
campur-campur ke?
Boleh je. Depends on your field sebab different characterization lain kan dia punya graph. Betul lah. Ada
kalau
je
kena
macam you,
sama
ada yang buat baca.
Tahulah.
Depends lah. Maybe result ni sesuai untuk buat baca ataupun result ni suitable more untuk histogram. So, depends on the result yang you nak plot tu sesuai guna apa. And then yang sesuai and also easy for reader to baca. Bila you explain tu dia nampak pattern tu. Tak adalah you buat histogram tapi you cerita macam you cerita baca. Jadi macam tak tally lah kan. Baik, macam tu lah lebih kurang. Okay, lagi? Rasa situ je lah so far. Sedikit saya punya sharing.
Doktor, kita ada lagi question dekat Q&A. Question dia kata boleh bagi contoh ayat untuk highlight novelty of paper?
Kan saya
boleh
cakap
bagi
saya
contoh ayat untuk
ayat. Tadi kan saya cakap dekat
academic novelty.
Okay, for example here, novelty. Okay, in the introduction part ada introduction part. You can refer to yang macam academic first pen yang saya share tadi because dalam tu dia ada some idea untuk you highlight you punya novelty. That's why saya cakap dia punya apa? Okay, for example here. For example kat sini. Macam saya punya highlight saya. Okay, although this composite has improved the addition of this catalyst has not been explored yet. So I have my novelty here that I have said that this catalyst have not been explored yet to this composite. So this is new finding lah for my research. So you kena ada ayat however, ayat-ayat yang penekanan tu. So you kena letak macam tu lah. So you cerita dulu yang relate dulu dengan yang previous research. And then research you ni apa yang lain ataupun you nak improve apa. Walaupun mungkin sama. Sama je tapi you have something yang new, even yang new yang you boleh edit dalam ni, dalam you punya research tu. Macam saya kat sini, ni saya punya highlight lah, the addition has been reported. So you relate pula dengan tu. So ni adalah highlight saya. Although this composite does further analysis highly desired of this composite, and then the addition has not been explored yet. Okay. Saya nak share kat student boleh. Nanti saya share slide tu nanti. Siapa yang request tu slide tu, nanti kita boleh share. Okay, another thing. To some of the example for highlight the novelty lah. Okay, kalau yang another example, you can refer to the academic first pen punya sentence starter tu. A lot of type of way, banyak cara yang boleh guna juga. Okay. share slide. Okay, boleh nanti saya boleh share. Visioner focus to publish articles powers on high impact journal. As a multi-professional, I like the formatting, but it's not a high impact journal. Depends. Kalau you nak aim to the high, you boleh pergi dekat high impact journal. But if you nak start yang from like WM journal, it's not a high impact journal. It's okay je, tapi depends lah. As long as the index lah, terindex. Lagi tak ada dah. Any question? Syukri ke apa tadi nama?
Okay,
Yeah,
any question?
Ada? Tak ada.
Tak ada dah kot.
Okay, I think we stop here, and before that saya nak cakap terima kasih. Thanks to the invite me as panel, and I will pass my session to Dr. Muhammad Ismail. Actually, he is my supervisor, and dia lagi banyak experience dari saya pun banyak belajar daripada dia. Thanks to him. And I think I stop here, and I'm sorry if there is mistake along my sharing today. Okay, and thank you to all, and best of luck to all of you, and selamat berpuasa. Okay, that's all. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Okay.
Okay, terima kasih Dr. Thank you Dr. Nur Syafika for your inspiring sharing just now. I hope it can burst countless idea for writing quality manuscript afterwards. Okay, next. Okay, the next session is by Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad bin Ismail.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman, Syukri. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. Okay, my name is Muhammad Ismail. Okay, I think actually Syafika already share a lot about the publication. I don't know how I can share more. Okay, but I try my best to share a little bit experience about the how to publish, do and don't. Okay. Okay. If you have any question, okay, you can ask on the spot. Okay. No need to wait until the program. Okay. On the spot, you can ask me. Okay. Okay. I will share my slide first. Okay, can you see my, okay, can you see my slide?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay. Okay. Normally, okay. As usual, okay. First, I will discuss about the Scopus and ISI. Okay, because I know many PG postgraduate students still confused about the Scopus and ISI, even lecturer. Okay. Sorry to say. Okay. Honestly, I say that still many people, many students, and many lecturer cannot differentiate between Scopus and ISI. Okay, because okay, they always ask, okay, my paper is Scopus, but not in ISI. Sorry, Web of Science. Okay, Web of Science. Okay, my paper index in Web of Science, but not index in Scopus. Why? Okay, actually, what is different between Scopus and ISI? Web of Science. Okay, here I focus to Web of Science. Okay, actually ISI in under Web of Science because not all paper index in Web of Science is ISI. Okay, actually for the paper refer to the ISI, the paper that has a impact factor. Okay, impact factor different, very different between journal has a impact factor and no impact factor. Okay, for the journal, okay, has an impact factor, we can call them ISI index. But there is journal no impact factor index in Web of Science. That's why, okay, very different between ISI and Web of Science. For this, actually for the, okay, I would like to share the introduction here. Okay, journal ranking is widely used in academic circle in the evaluation of an academic journal impact and quality. Journal rankings are intended to reflect the place of a journal within its field, the relative difficulty of being published in that journal, and the prestige associated with it. Okay, usually it is based on index abstract given by ISI, Scopus, and Google Scholar. Okay, tapi okay now, okay, I will focus on not ISI, Web of Science, because for the lecturer, for the promotion, okay, they refer to the Web of Science, not ISI. Okay, never mind. Okay, today, okay, I would like to explain a little bit about the what is different between Web of Science, Scopus, and Google Scholar. Okay, ISI. Okay, ISI is the Institute of Institute for Scientific Information. ISI was founded by Eugene Garfield in 1960. Okay, actually, for the impact factor, okay, controlled by ISI, not Web of Science. ISI. As I mentioned before, okay, we refer the paper ISI with impact factor. If the paper, the journal, no impact factor, we cannot say that this journal is ISI, but we can call Web of Science. Okay. For the ISI, all the paper ISI is Scopus index, but not all paper Web of Science index in Scopus. Okay. Okay, so different between ISI and Web of Science. Okay, here I would like to show the slide about the Web of Science, Scopus, and Google Scholar. As I mentioned before, all the paper ISI index in Scopus and index in Google Scholar. Okay, and not all the paper Scopus index in ISI or Web of Science, but all index in Google Scholar. Okay, not all paper from index from the Google Scholar in index in Scopus and Web of Science. So that means the best one is ISI, Web of Science. I cannot say that Web of Science because there is paper in the Web of Science has no impact factor. This one I can call that they stay in transition, stay in evaluation. Okay, before they get the impact factor from the WOS. Okay, but the paper already have a impact factor. Okay, we can call them is ISI. Okay, different between Web of Science and ISI because many paper very what to call, okay, predator journal also index in Web of Science, especially standalone publisher. What mean the standalone publisher? Okay, standalone publisher or standalone journal. Okay, for example, one journal from India. Okay, and this journal not under ScienceDirect or Elsevier or American Chemical Society, or for my research, for my field, material science, okay, the famous one is American Chemical Society or Royal Society of Chemistry. These are we call publisher. And under the publisher, too many journal. For example, Royal Society of Chemistry, there is a Dalton Transaction, there is a Royal Society Chemistry Advanced, too many. This we call not standalone journal. Okay. What the mini standalone journal is, under the journal is not under publisher. Okay. Someone make a journal for maybe for benefit. You have to pay to publish. Okay. Then we call this standalone journal. And this standalone journal, okay, index in Web of Science. Okay. After evaluation, maybe after 3 or 4 years, this journal will kick out from the Web of Science because not achieve the standard of Web of Science. For example, what the standard of Web of Science? Okay, ethic in terms of evaluation. Okay, for the journal, standalone journal, okay, they prefer the benefit. Okay, someone the author will pay to the journal, and then the evaluation process is not too straight. It's not straight. It's not straight. Okay, maybe after we submit in 1 week, okay, receive the feedback. Actually, I have an experience actually. Okay, actually the evaluation not from the reviewer, actually from the editor. Okay, editor will comment the our manuscript. Okay, because they prefer the benefit, they prefer the money the author will pay them. Okay, that's why be careful about that journal. Okay, so as a SB supervisor, okay, I ask my student, okay, if you want to publish the journal, okay, go to the well-known publisher, okay, don't choose standalone journal. Okay, from sorry to say, from India, from Middle East, from Pakistan. Okay, prefer the well-known publisher. For example, Elsevier, ScienceDirect. Yes, very difficult. Okay, too many challenge, okay, to publish over there, to publish in for example Royal Society of Chemistry, for the ACS, from the ACS, ScienceDirect, Elsevier. Okay, but we want to avoid the Predator journal. It's very famous right now, Predator journal. Okay, Predator journal actually also indexed in Web of Science because they in transition time, evaluation time, whether they can get the impact factor or not. Okay, there is many journal after 3-4 years they will kick out from the Web of Science standalone journal. Okay. Okay. We focus to our title today. Do and don't. Okay. For the my student, I prefer to use a reference manager. If you want to graduate under me, okay, please use reference manager. Okay. For me, to me, I prefer use EndNote because I'm not expert, but I know a little bit about the reference about the EndNote. Okay. EndNote because during my PhD study, okay, my SV asked me to use EndNote because I know a little bit about that EndNote. If a student has a problem, okay, they can ask me about the problem. But if they use, for example, others reference manager, for example, Mendeley, okay, I have no idea about the Mendeley. That's why I prefer my student to use EndNote. And then for the manuscript submission, I prefer to use EndNote. And so normally my student will send to me the manuscript and I use a EndNote to change if a reviewer or if I think the we need to cite a more journal or more source. Okay, I will use a EndNote. Okay, just a little bit about the reference manager. Okay, Mendeley, as I mentioned before, and EndNote. I prefer this one. Okay, and then for proofreading. Okay, to polish article prior submission, a local or native speaker. Right now, okay, honestly, I say that I use a proofreader from Inago. Inago is a very good proofreader. I think US based. For the one manuscript, maybe about $80 or $90, about 300 RM. I think it's not expensive. You can ask your SB. Actually, this is your SB responsible to send the proofreader, because if you want to publish in high impact journal, please avoid grammatical error. Please avoid the silly mistake. Okay, that's why spend a little bit money to proofread your work, to proofread your manuscript. Okay, ask your SB. Your SB has a grant. Okay, use a grant to pay the proofread. Okay, for my student, okay, send to me and I will send everything to proofreader. Okay, because I have a grant. Spend a little bit, ask your SB. Okay, also we have Elsevier proofreading. Elsevier proofreading, very expensive, this one. Okay, normally, I have several experience. Okay, when I send the manuscript to the Elsevier journal, for example, Journal of Alloy Compound, very strict. The editor is very strict. 2 or 3 manuscript, the editor asked me to send the Elsevier proofreading. For one manuscript, not a review paper, the full length paper, okay, I have to pay about 1,500. Very expensive. But this one is Q1 journal, but very the English very good from the Elsevier proofreader, but very expensive. But you can send to Inago. And actually for the proofreader, okay, maybe someone think, why not we send our manuscript to English teacher, to TESOL teacher, TESOL English, TESOL lecturer. Is different actually, because from my experience, I do my PhD in Australia, University of Wollongong. In our institute, there is a we call research fellow. Research fellow, Dr. I forgot her name, but I forgot name. But she is a research fellow in our institute. But her work is just proofread the manuscript, proofread the grant, proofread the proposal. Okay, even in native speaker, send to the proofread. Okay, maybe someone asked me, okay, you graduate from Australia, from a native speaker university, but different. Okay, I send my for the high impact journal, for the very good journal. Okay, you have to send the your manuscript to proofread. But if you very good in English, okay, you can try. You can try proofread by yourself and send to the journal. And if editor has no problem and the reviewer agree with your English or no problem with your English, okay, proceed. You can send. But to me, I will send my manuscript to proofreader. Native speaker, please choose a native speaker. Okay, this one is Enago's editing service. Okay, actually, Enago editing service has engagement or collaboration with the UMT. If you declare you from UMT, there is discount for the UMT staff or UMT student. Okay, please grab this opportunity to send the manuscript to Enago. Okay, originality and ethic. Okay, plagiarism. Okay, please don't plagiate your work, your sentence. Okay. Okay, plagiarism is unfortunately a major concern among editor and publisher. Therefore, be certain of the sources of all data and text. If the article is based upon a prior work, be sure to reference that prior work properly. An original research paper cannot contain previously published data in any form without a proper citation. Okay, if you were to use others, for example, actually for the review paper, okay, normally we use others data. We use a data, or graph or table from the other work. Okay, we must cite the uh, uh, the the author that published that work. Okay, plagiarism detection. Okay, software in UMT we use a Turnitin, and also for the actually Authenticate is very strict compared to the Turnitin. Okay, normally for the Elsevier, for the American Chemical Society, Royal Society of Chemistry, okay, they use Authenticate. If they check or editor check our manuscript, the similarity about 30%, okay, they will reject or ask to reduce the similarity. That's why similarity is very important. That's why before I send my student manuscript to the journal, okay, check the similarity first. 25 and below, 25% below is good. Okay. If 30% above, okay, they will reject. Because in UMT we use a Turnitin, but they publisher use Authenticate. Is very strict compared to the Turnitin. Okay, authorship, originality and ethic. Okay, for the authorship, I don't want to explain, or I don't want to talk about that. Very sensitive authorship. Okay, I guess you already know about the pemboncengan gratis in bahasa Melayu, or we put our friend without any contribution. We put some people without any contribution. Maybe we put our boss for the lecturer, and for the as a student, we put our friend to help our friend to publish a paper or has a paper to graduate, even not first author, okay, but to help our friend to increase the number of paper or number of citation. We put these are not ethic actually. For my student, okay, send to me. I will ask, okay, why put this name in this manuscript? Okay, if no contribution, okay, please remove his or her name. Okay, this is ethic in publication. But as I mentioned before, I I don't want to talk much about the authorship because very sensitive, very sensitive. Worldwide is very sensitive. As a lecturer, as a student, maybe put, okay, you put my name, okay, I will give you something. That's why I say that is very sensitive. Here I would like to show the example Example rejection due to the high similarity. Okay, this one. Okay, this one is from the, this is my paper actually, from the American Chemical Society. Very good publisher, and this one is from Journal of Physical Chemistry, C editor. Okay, ACS publication has recently implemented screening of all revised manuscript using the cross-check plagiarism detection software from Identicate. That's why famous publisher, they use Identicate. Your manuscript was recently screened and the score we received was high enough that the report, which I have attached, was brought to our attention. Of particular importance, please note that there is significant overlap with manuscripts that are not your own work. Please see item number 2 to 4 in the attachment. In the case of this paper, we request that if more than one sentence is involved, you put the copied material in quotation and provide an appropriate reference, or alternatively, rewrite this material in your own word. Future submission may be rejected upon submission if the degree of overlap is as high as in this chapter. This editor is kind people, kind editor, baik hati. Okay, they still give chance to me. Okay, this I published this work 2014, and that time we in UFT is not familiar with Turnitin. Actually, I am also not familiar with plagiarism software. That's why I never check my manuscript using the similarity software. And but right now, currently, okay, I will ask my student, or my student will send manuscript to me, and I will check the similarity by using the Turnitin software. But this one, okay, the editor give a chance to me to amend or to rewrite the sentence that similar to others word, or put the quotation. Okay, so this one is luckily lah, before they reject my manuscript. Okay, another rejection due to the high similarity. Okay, I regret to inform you that the review of your manuscript have advised against publication, and I must therefore reject it. For your guidance, okay, the reviewer comments are included below. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to consider your work. Okay, reviewer comment. Okay, actually this is not reviewer. I think this is from editor, editor office, because reviewer actually not they has no time to check the manuscript for the similarity index. Okay. If I become a reviewer, okay, I just check the content, the data, the validation of data, or the explanation. But I have no time to check the plagiarism or similarity for the manuscript. Okay. Editor comment or reviewer comment, this manuscript has a very high similarity in text to the published literature available in the journal and internet. I rejecting this manuscript because of this. Okay, that's why send your manuscript, check your manuscript for the similarity index. Okay, using the, in UMT, we have a software, similarity software, similarity checking software. Okay, Turnitin. Okay, ask your supervisor, or you can send your manuscript to the library. Okay, okay, and from the Identicate, from the Turnitin, if your manuscript similarity index about 25 below, okay, you can proceed. If your similarity index about 30% above, okay, please revise it. Please resentence your text. Okay. Otherwise, when you submit your manuscript, editor will reject. Okay, due to the similarity, high similarity index. Okay, remember, before your manuscript sent to the reviewer, editor already reject your manuscript. What's the purpose we send our manuscript to the journal? Because we need comment from the expertise. We need comment from the researcher. We need comment from the well-known researcher, because high impact journal, they will send manuscript to the well-known researcher, or actually maybe they have a target. Okay, for the reviewer, maybe IH index 20 above. Okay, for the reviewer. So we need their comment to improve our manuscript. Actually, for as a student, to improve your work, to improve your thesis. This one is very important. Okay, we don't want to editor reject our manuscript. We want reviewer comment our manuscript, expert in our field. And then remember, high impact journal, okay, they will send manuscript to the reviewer that same field. To me, for example, in solid state hydrogen storage, okay, the editor will send the manuscript to the researcher that expert in solid state hydrogen storage. That's why I tell my student, send manuscript to the high impact factor, high ranking journal is very important, because we want to expertise very expert in our field. Okay, after this I will show you the comment from the reviewer. Okay, one more example for the similarity rejection due to the similarity. Okay, thank you for submitting your manuscript to International of Hydrogen Energy. I must inform you that the editor office has identified that your manuscript contains a very high amount of text, even entire paragraph, which is identical to previously published work as in. So the actually this one comment from the editor, from the editorial office. Okay, they list the sentence that same with others journals. Okay, please note that not only the research result, but also the text must be original in a manuscript, where using entire paragraph of previously published paper is not permitted in novel original publication. Okay, I regret to inform you that I must therefore reject the manuscript. Okay, the sound we cannot accept actually as a student or as a supervisor. Okay, if you agree to rewrite the necessary paragraph section, you are kindly invited to resubmit your manuscript again. Please clearly state in your new manuscript the originality of the work with respect to the state of the art. Okay, you can see again. Okay, the editor still give a chance to the author. Okay, please revise and send again to the journal. Okay, so what I want to show here is the similarity index is very important for the high impact journal. Okay, because actually I has sorry to say I have no experience submit the paper in Scopus journal, because I don't know about their similarity index, whether they check or not. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. And I sent to the high impact, for example, ISI. Okay, focus on ISI journal. Okay, they will check Okay, they will screen first about the similarity index. Okay. Here is Scopus ISI versus Scopus versus this one. I would like to brief show the difference between ISI, Scopus, and Google Scholar. This is not important. Okay. Okay, published through Confluent or ISI Confluent. Okay, for my student, okay, I told my student, if you want to join the conference, okay, you can join, but don't publish through conference. For my student, I don't know about the other lecturer, but for my student, okay, if they want to join the conference, okay, you can join, but don't publish through the conference. Why? Because too many online submission. We can submit our manuscript. Okay, from my experience, okay, I have several articles that published through the conference, but actually the process is same with the online submission. No benefit or no excuse for the process of submission. For the R&R, review and revise process is same. No different between we send our paper through conference and we submit our paper online without special issue. Okay, this is actually very good conference, A star conference. Okay, for the A star conference, they select very strict the manuscript, and actually they send the reviewer process same as online process, same. So no point we send our manuscript through website, through conference. Okay, better we send our manuscript online. Okay, I have several experience. Okay, in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, okay, our group joined conference, UKM conference, ICFCHT, if not I'm mistaken. Okay, the special issue published in IJHE, International Journal of Hydrogen Energy. That journal has impact factor about 4.9. Okay, ISI. That time, this journal about 4.2, if I'm not mistaken, and Q1. Okay, our group, manuscript for our group selected for the special issue 2 papers, but the process is too long. Okay, and I told my student, okay, you can see that, okay, your paper submit through special issue in this conference, but my paper sent to submission through online normal issue. Okay, we can see that. Okay, which one is published first? Okay, my paper is published first. Okay, and my student paper that published in special issue through the conference still in under review process, and my paper was accepted in IJHE. My student paper still revision. Take too long time. Okay, and my paper already has a citation, and my student paper online, baru online. Okay, that's why I ask my student, please send. Okay, you can join the conference, but don't publish your paper through the conference. It's the actually no benefit, because in publish our paper, actually no different between a special issue and online normal issue, online publication, because depend on reviewer. Everything depend on every reviewer. If you submit your paper in special issue, okay, if reviewer ask editor to reject your paper, the editor still reject your paper. That's why no different between normal submission and special issue submission. But I don't know about the other research, other field. For the material science, okay, go to online or normal issue. Okay, normal online submission. Okay, kalau if you want to publish in high impact journal, okay, don't publish your paper through conference. Okay, I will show this. This one is IPN conference, very famous conference organizer. Okay, if you join your if you join the conference, okay, state that all accepted. For example, this one, all accepted blah 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 paper will be published. Actually, this is not good conference. This is not good journal. All accepted. Who will decide this paper is accepted or not? Organizer. If organizer, this journal is not good. Okay, because everything depend on reviewer. Who is reviewer? Reviewer is that someone expertise in our field, in same field, or we call peer review. But this conference, okay, say that all accepted. Who accept? Okay, before, okay, all accepted abstract will be published. Actually, this is not good conference. This is not good journal. Okay, you can see that here the organizer put the Clarivate analytic. Okay, Clarivate analytic emerging source citation index, ESCI. Okay, and they claim that this journal WOS, as I mentioned before, in WOS also has a not good journal. This one, okay, the organizer take the opportunity to what we want to call, okay, to attract the people to submit their work to the conference. Benefit, they think about the benefit. Okay, Predator Publisher Journal. Okay, for the Predator Publisher Journal, as I mentioned before, okay, if the standalone journal, okay, be careful for the standalone journal, especially from India, from Middle East, from Pakistan. Okay, please choose the journal that has under big or famous publisher. For example, from ScienceDirect, Elsevier, from IEEE, Wiley, what else? And many more to mention. Okay. Okay, so there is no substitute work for hard work except work harder. Okay, so as a student, okay, why you must publish your work? Okay, why you must send your article to the high impact journal? Okay, because for yourself. Because for yourself. So I would like to show, maybe you already seen this slide many times. Okay, this is my student. Okay, my student report, my thesis, my PhD student thesis report. Okay, from the examiner, okay, the outcome of the thesis is outstanding. the candidate has published 7 first author paper and 9 co-author paper in this journal. Without hesitation, I would like strongly recommend the PhD thesis as a best PhD thesis. Okay, I don't want to highlight about the PhD best thesis, best PhD thesis. Okay, I want to highlight about the published work. Okay, published work. Okay, you can see that. That's why I always told my student, okay, actually, you publish your work, I ask you to publish your work is actually for yourself. Okay, for yourself. If you publish for master student 2 or 3 ISI journal, okay, you can assume that you pass the Viva. I don't want to hear major correction. Minor correction is okay, but I don't want to without correction. What we call a perfect or maksum. Okay, I don't want. Okay, but I want to just a minor revision. Okay, if you publish 2 or 3 ISI journal for the masters and 5 or 6 journal for the PhD, and actually you already got get a minor revision for your thesis, for your Viva. Okay, that's okay. I don't okay, I want to show one more report for my PhD student. Okay, the candidate contribute several innovative work on the enhancement of solid state hydrogen storage material of MgH2. Actually, the reviewer has already read. Okay, you can see that. Okay, I want to highlight here. Okay, actually, the reviewer has already read their work from their serial peer review paper before. Okay, you can see that before UMT sent the thesis to the examiner. Examiner already read my PhD student work through the paper, so has no problem. Okay, so what we call you will pass in minor revision. Major revision I don't want. For to me, major revision like a fail. Okay, for the major revision, it's very terrible for the major revision. For the major revision, you need to maybe redo your lab work. It's very terrible actually. Okay, the reviewer believe that these work are also valuable and suggestive. This work proves that the candidate is capable of innovative thinking and independent research. In view of this, the reviewer recommends that candidate is capable of being awarded PhD degree. Okay, the high quality thesis merit the award of PhD best thesis. Okay, so that's why I ask my student to publish their work, not to me, not for me, actually for their self. Okay, one more. My PhD student report. Okay. Okay. The thesis contains several good results confirming the development of kinetic, blah, blah. Okay, also interpretation and discussion along with the obtained result explain the reason for improvement, such as reaction mechanism during SRT, blah, blah, plot as well as particle size reduction and good distribution of catalysts and all in hydrometry by SEM in that result. Because of all remarkable results and discussion in this thesis, several papers were published in good peer review journal. This sentence we want to hear. Okay, several papers were published in good peer review journal. Okay. Okay. The author has quite experience on writing manuscript for publishing in peer review journal as shown in the publication list. Thus, no surprise that all figure, table, and their caption shown in his thesis are clear and easy to understand. Okay, so when you send your manuscript to high impact journal, okay, they will see everything in your manuscript. They will evaluate everything in your manuscript, include figure, table, caption, reference, everything. That's why, okay, for my student, if you publish 5 or 6 manuscript, 5 or 6 journal for the PhD, okay, when they want to submit the thesis, okay, I never check the result because the result already proof or already checked by the reviewer. Okay, actually, easy my work. Okay, easy my task as a SV. Okay, I never check the result, but I check maybe chapter 1 and chapter 2. Same to the chapter 3 and conclusion. Conclusion I will check, but from the methodology chapter 3 until till chapter 6 or 7, okay, everything already proved by the reviewer, or everything already checked by the reviewer. Okay, that's why easy my task as a supervisor. Okay, okay, finish for this slide. Okay, and okay, any question? Okay, I will share. Okay, answer to the reviewer. Okay, I will share the question. Okay, from admin queries to host. Okay, is Elsevier a free publisher, and is it difficult to publish in it? Okay. Okay, I will answer the question. Okay, actually, Elsevier, there is a journal, is a paid journal and free journal. Okay, many journal is free, high impact journal. The few one for the IS, for me, to me, ISI journal is very difficult to publish. Okay, because they send the manuscript to the reviewer, R&R process, review and revise process. So the process, R&R process, is very strict. Okay, still has a lecturer, sorry, postgraduate student and also a lecturer still confused. Okay, this journal is free or not, paid or not, paid journal or not. Okay, actually for the Elsevier, there is a journal, paid and free journal. And for the free journal, there is a optional. If you want to make your manuscript is open access, okay, you have to pay. But please don't choose that one. Otherwise, if you have a otherwise you are rich people, or you have a grant, $1 million RM grant, okay, you can pay for the open access. But for me, to me, okay, I just submit the journal, free journal, not open access. Okay, for the ScienceDirect, I can say that 80% the university in the world, okay, subscribe the ScienceDirect. Okay, but there is a journal, paid journal. For example, result in physics. In my area, research area, material science, result in physics is paid journal. Okay, if you want to publish in result in physics, you have to pay. For example, scientific report. For example, Material Research Express, paid journal. Okay, no choice. If you want to publish over there, okay, in that journal, okay, you have to pay. Okay, but too many journal that free. Okay, in Elsevier, in high impact journal. Okay, impact factor 20, 15, 25 is free actually. Okay, I would like to show the answer to review. Okay, do and don't. Answer to reviewer. Okay, for this one. Okay, this one. Okay, for the when we receive the feedback from the reviewer, okay, we must answer detail. We must answer the detail what the reviewer writes about our work. Okay, for example, okay, this one. Okay, response letter to reviewer. Okay, or like write your response letter to reviewer. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, dear referee. Okay, so here is our name and our institution. Okay, date and dear referee, thank you very much for your constructive suggestion, which help to produce a better account of this review. This manuscript, the manuscript has been carefully revised in accordance with your comment and suggestion. We have used red form to highlight this change in the manuscript. Our responses to the specific comment are given below on a point-by-point basis. We hope that the revised manuscript is now suitable for publication in this journal. Okay, you can see that. Okay, very polite email. Very polite response letter to reviewer. Okay, because why? Because we want to the reviewer accept our explanation. Okay, respond to reviewer one. Okay, this reviewer comment. Okay, author reply. Okay, we appreciate the reviewer positive comment on our manuscript. Okay, comment one include some example and practical application of hydrogen energy. Okay, you can see that the author reply is very polite. Okay, thanks for this suggestion. We have added the relevant content in the revised version. Okay, on page. Okay, please write detail what we have amended or what we have added in our manuscript. For this one, for this example, okay, we can see that the author has explained in detail what they have added or what they have changed or amended. Okay, on page 2, line 12 to 32, the following content has been included. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, tengok digital, very detailed. Okay, and very polite. Okay, and okay, solar wind hydrogen energy system have been designed and evaluated in Japan, USA, China, Canada, Germany, Norway, Greece, Spanish, and etc. Okay, and put the reference. Okay, please give a very detailed what we have changed or added in our manuscript or answer to the reviewer comment. Okay, comment 3. The solution to solve the problem of hydrogen capacity degradation during the dehydrogenation rehydrogenation process should be included and discussed in this review paper. Okay, author reply, thanks for this suggestion. Very polite reply. Okay, the following discussion has been included on page 23, line 51 to 58. Okay, and they put the sentence they include in the sentence. Okay, such a remarkable improvement was mainly blah, blah, blah. Okay, we can see that very detailed, very detailed. Okay, comment 4, in summary and outlook, the author should inform the way to avoid the release of diborane gas. The author replied, thanks for this suggestion. The following discussion has been included on page 24, line 7 to 10. Okay, very detailed. Okay, this is a very good implementation to answer feedback from the reviewer. Okay, I will show the quite rude answer from the author. Okay. Okay, the activation energy reported blah blah blah. Okay, entity energy. Okay, and then the author answer. In the present research, we are focused on the exact value of entropy and enthalpy. Okay, actually the author not answer the comment raised from the reviewer. Okay, the energy is the required to the blah blah. The slope of Kissinger plot provide the energy of the Haredi reaction. Okay, you can see that no thanks or not polite answer actually. Okay, actually give a right okay. Thank you for the reviewer comment. Okay, tengok. Okay, you can see that. Okay, the author the comment from the author from the reviewer, the author should explain why the activation for dihydrogenase is increased with PDCl concentration. Okay, the presence of other species like and the rising temperature promote the desorption kinetic of Mg. Not answer the question rise from the reviewer. Okay, at least okay give okay what change or amendment we have done in our manuscript. Detail, please list detail. What we have changed, or what we have changed, or what we have added. Okay, number 7, comment from the reviewer. Okay, please check the typo error for the whole manuscript. Okay, e.g. the unit for activation energy. Actually, comment from the reviewer is very light comment, but unfortunately, the author not answer what we call serious. Okay, the answer, it has been resolved in the revised manuscript. What resolve what? Okay, at least okay give what which page or which line. Okay, give a detail about what we have changed or what we have added in our revised manuscript. Okay, the quality of language, English language, has been not for future publication. Why for the future publication? We're talking about the current publication, not future publication. Okay, please, and the last comment from the reviewer, please check the use of abbreviation and full name for journal name in the list of reference. Please standardize. It has been resolved in the final manuscript. That's why I told that the author answer is very rude. Okay, please avoid such answer. Okay, so actually I'm one of the reviewer, so I reply. Okay, please carefully answer all the comment and suggestion raised by the reviewer. It seems like the authors are not serious to revise the manuscript. The revised manuscript cannot be accepted in this current form. Okay, kalau if the reviewer kecam, they will directly reject the manuscript. Kalau dapat saya okey lah, saya baik lagi bagi give a chance to the author. Okay. Okay. Okay, if we want to if we don't want to follow the reviewer suggestion, okay, we politely give a reason. Okay, for example, for this one, for this paper, okay, in this work, the addition of blah blah blah, comment from the reviewer. Author respond. Okay, thank you for the reviewer comment and suggestion. For reviewer information, we have published several articles that study the effect of different ratio of catalysts on the hydrogen storage property of magnesium hydride as listed in references below. For the comparison purpose, we keep the same ratio in this study. Please accept our sincere apologize. Okay. reviewer asked to study the different percentage below than 5%. But the author refused to follow the suggestion from the reviewer. So we can what we call we can reply politely the response to the reviewer. Okay, we can discuss actually with the reviewer. For the same to the this one. Okay, reviewer asked to do to add the characterization, but the author don't want to add the suggestion characterization. So please polite write the response. Okay. We would like to apologize on the PCT work on the Van Hoff equation. Okay, we are unable to conduct the experiment suggested as currently we are facing measurement inconsistency issue with our equipment. Thank you, and your consideration is greatly appreciated. Okay, that's why I asked. Okay, and these are my my student paper, and this paper already published, already accepted. That's why I asked. Okay, please write your response careful and polite. Okay. Okay. Stop sharing, and I can see that there is a okay. Okay, and I want to show about the okay. Any question? Okay, no question. Okay, I will show the okay, my experience to answer the reviewer. My experience answer the feedback from the reviewer. Actually, for this one, okay, I will share. Okay, okay, I will share. This is my PhD student, master or PhD student. I can't remember. Okay, actually, the reviewer asked editor to reject this paper, this our work. Okay, because they don't agree, did not agree. The reviewer not agree about our explanation and our result. Okay, and I defend. I defend our result. Okay, you can see that. Okay, very long. I explained the to the editor. Okay, regarding the reviewer number one comment, in my opinion, I cannot agree with this conclusion that there is no reaction between blah blah semua. Okay, I don't agree. I cannot agree with the reviewer. Okay, and then the last sentence. Okay, the reviewer should accept the contrary of the result because there are many hypotheses in the research. So we hope that editor could make a wise decision based on our explanation. Okay, although the reviewer suggests to reject this manuscript, okay, our work, okay, but finally editor accept our work because actually we must defend our work. Okay, same to the during Viva. Okay, during Viva, okay, you must defend your work. You must defend your thesis. Okay, because you know everything about your thesis. Okay, that's why I ask my student, okay, when receive the comment from the reviewer. Okay, please check carefully. Please read carefully. Okay. Okay. Don't follow strictly. Don't follow what the reviewer comment without check carefully. Okay. Sometimes their suggestion is not relevant to our work, or sometimes their suggestion is not what we call is not for example, for the equipment is not available in Malaysia, in UMT. Okay, we can give our explanation, or we can give our opinion or our suggestion. Okay, please don't follow on. You got the feedback from the reviewer. Okay, and follow. No, read carefully. Okay. Okay, and finally, for this manuscript, okay, editor accept our work, and the journal publish, the result is published. Okay, as you said before, can you show how we can differentiate the predator journal if the journal published in few is from India, Iran, Pakistan? If we manage to read the journal for our thesis, as you said before, can you show how we can differentiate the predator journal? Okay, actually it's very difficult to differentiate the predator journal. Okay, for me, okay, I avoid the standalone journal. Standalone journal, please avoid. And standalone journal, and then the reviewer process is very fast, very fast. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks, your paper already published, or your paper already online. Okay, with you must pay a certain amount. Okay, please avoid this journal. Okay, but very difficult to differentiate the predator journal. Okay. Okay, for my from my experience, I publish in well-known publisher. Well-known publisher. Yes, I admit that it's very difficult to publish in well-known publisher. But as I mentioned before, to avoid the predator journal, we must publish in well-known publisher. For example, Elsevier, Royal Society of Chemistry, American Chemical Society, IEEE, Wiley, too many well-known publisher. Okay, because the process, review and revise is very strict. Okay, stop sharing this one. Okay, I would like to sharing the this I would like to show my student, my master student comment from the reviewer. Okay, this one. Okay, reviewer 2 about 24 points. They detail they comment about the manuscript. 24 points. It's very very strict reviewer. Okay, and I told my student, oh, it seems like this reviewer is examiner for your thesis. And then this student actually got the award for the graduation day, because someone expertise already checked their result before go to the Viva room. Okay, that's why I told my student publish paper is very important, very important. Not for me, but for yourself, for yourself. Okay. I think is enough from me. Okay, any question?
Any question to Dr. Muhammad?
Okay, no question.
No question, I think.
Okay, no question. Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Dr. Azwani, and thank you for everyone, Sarah, Umaira, okay, for inviting me. And if you,
Doctor,
yeah,
Doctor, can you share with us the material you present us now?
okay, can.
you,
Okay, I will send that.
you can give to Sarah, your student,
Okay, I will give
and
to
she can
Sarah.
distribute to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and I hope all PG postgraduate student here, okay, can graduate excellent. And I doa semua insyaAllah, okay, lulus dengan cemerlang. Okay, itu saja dari saya. Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, if any question about the kalau after this, kalau ada if any question, okay, you can call, WhatsApp or email me, okay, about Inagu kan, hantar proofread apa semua, okay, boleh, kalau nak tanya boleh tanya saya.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for your sharing. I
Okay.
hope it can give benefit to us as a student to publish more manuscript in any predatory publisher in the future. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome.
All right. We arrive. Yeah. Okay, reminder. To get the e-certificate, you must register on the following link or scan the QR code at the poster. And all the material from Dr. Nurul Syafiqah and Professor Muhammad will be given to the registered participant in the email. Okay. And please insert your full name on the register form for us to give the certificate later on. Okay, guys. Thank you. That's all from us. Thank you so much for your contribution and participation in the talk. I hope we can meet again in the future. Thank you so much. Okay, boleh leave lah. Thank you.